called Discord. And let the homies know. You don't have to. It's all up to you at that point. But what I'm going to be doing first is I'm going to be reading along. So everybody can kind of get an idea of if they are listening to the stream in the background. So I do know a few people do work in here. It's understandable. But if anyone has any further questions, you could either type in the chat or just hop on in the voice chat in my channel. So this article, I might just withhold his name if I do find it. Oh, no, never mind. Coming out swinging, Evan. I love it. But yeah. You're going to enjoy this. Off to a good start. Ready? Steady? Go. Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme vs. Maxiboost On is only for the biggest fans of the franchise. Hold up, let me also put up the webcam so you can catch my reaction what it is. Oh, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be wonderful. Okay. The Gundam franchise recently celebrated its 40th anniversary last year in 2019, having spawned an absurdly impressive number of anime series in the past 4 decades. I've only been a fan of a select few like those, like the original Mobile Suit Gundam. Hold up, I need to disable the webcam. Oh, wait. Alright, keep going. Ah, right. I thought my webcam was kind of giving feedback, but alright. Like, yeah, I can hear you. Maybe I could probably raise the volume on my mixer side, but I'll see if you can raise it up a little bit louder, I can probably hear you a bit better. Yeah, let me test things on my side just in case. Open up mixer. This would be through Discord. All right. Can you speak up it now? Okay. There we go. Always gotta test things. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, I just gotta. Can everybody else hear him? I guess I gotta adjust things as we go. Densuo is quiet for the stream. Okay, I'll raise the volume up on my mixer, see if it makes a difference. Alright, now curse in Spanish for me. There we go. Alright. So I only ever been a fan of a select few of those, like the original Mobile Suit Gundam, Gundam 00, and Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. So jumping into Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme versus Maxiboost On was a surprise to say the least. Wait, you still can't hear him? Yeah, I'll see if I can do that. Yeah, I have my output at max. Okay, let me up the mixer. Now I'm pretty sure it's gonna blow my ears out, but all right. Now can everybody hear him? Just let me know in the chat because I have the mixer at max, and if that's still not enough, then I don't know what is. Okay. Okay. Oh, it made it worse now. Okay. Let me pour it down then. I just wish there was a way to prioritize this a little bit better. Automatic gain control. Well, that's it. That's what I get for paying for Nitro, huh? Okay. I guess I could also change things on my end.
Yeah, try it now because your Discord's at minimum.
Yeah.
Hopefully they hear me now.
Let them know, guys.
This should be better, I think. Hopefully.
Yeah, because I hear you much louder this time. Still only hear me. What is... It's killing my flow, man. Let's see. Maybe it's something that has to do with OBS, or...
Maybe OBS. Yeah, it probably is OBS.
That could do it. Because, okay, yeah, I think it might be because the desktop audio is on low, so maybe I have to change that. Let me see. I'll set it to roughly my level now, roughly at 18 decibels. All right, try it.
All right, how about now?
Yep, now it's definitely equalized. Let me get.
Yo, Krim, dímelo, mamá huevo.
Yeah, now we're cooking with Crisco. Okay, before I get ahead of myself, I guess that would also be in my situation as well. Before I do get ahead of myself, Bandai Namco held a closed network test for Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme versus Maxiboost On. I'll just shorten it to Maxiboost On last weekend. From the 25th to the 27th, someone didn't do their work. It only lasted to the 26th. The game is slated to release for the PS4 on the 30th of July 2020, which is only several months away at this point. Currently 92 days. Unlike most beta tests, which usually offer a limited number of playable characters, Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme vs. Maxiboost On features a whopping 183 mobile suits from 36 anime series. What this means is that fans of any of the Gundam series will be able to find at least several of their favorite suits. I'm serious, there are playable Gundams from series and spin-offs I never even knew existed. The playable modes included with the closed network tests included player matches, which would be the smart thing to do if you were really looking for matches here and there. Casual matches if you're desperate for matches, but you only be fooling yourself if you think you would actually get a stable one without people using like Wi-Fi or something. And free battles against computer opponents, which could also double as like a sort of a training room. However, these are all online, except for the free battles.
Then it wouldn't be a network test, you fucking schmuck.
I would love to have experienced the Maxiboost mission mode instead, which would only be featured in the full version of the game. Now, we get into the nitty gritty stuff. In Maxibooston, the game's arcade roots are still apparent, which isn't surprising considering that it's actually a port of the arcade game from 2016. Each team consisting of two players each in 2v2 matches is given a resource meter of 6,000 points when a mobile suit is shot down. The cost is deducted from the meter, and the first team to hit 0 loses. Okay, so he already has an idea of the general rule of the game. Each mobile suit costs either 3,000, 2,500, 2,000, or 1,000 points. No, 1,500.
I'll give him a pass on that.
Yeah. With higher cost machines being more powerful while cheaper machines are weaker. I guess he probably should have worded that a little bit better. Because some people may misconstrue the idea of cheaper machines as something that's a little bit too powerful.
To be fair, let's give him a pass on that because for the most part that is true.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part that is true. A typical 3,000 is going to get a lot more work done than a typical 1.5.
Right.
To be fair there.
Okay. However, the mechanic also means that choosing a more powerful gun will result in fewer lives and fewer margins for error, as only 1 or 2 deaths will already decide who's the winner and loser of the match. And here we go. The combat is pretty simplistic as well.
I'm sorry. Arcade games not being... Shut the fuck up, on.
Okay. Making use of 4 primary buttons for 4 primary functions. Shoot, square, melee, triangle, jump, X, and locking on, circle. The shoulder buttons R1, R2, L2, and L1 and L2 are used for special attacks that are unique to each Gundam, including unleashing massive laser beams, melee combos, and more. Though, if you have like some experience with the game, chances are you wouldn't be using those shortcuts. Players also have access to Extreme Burst, a super mode that can be activated when your X gauge is full. Yeah, okay. I was about to wall off for a moment. Let me reread that. Players also have access to Extreme Burst, a super mode that can be activated when your X gauge is full by pressing the R3 button or all 3 face buttons. Unfortunately, this doesn't feel like the tide changer in the matches that should have been, feeling underwhelming in execution. Come on.
Hold on. Bruh. That's all I can say about that one. Bruh.
Dude.
Okay, so see that right there. See now. Hold on. I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate for a bit first. I'm gonna play a bit of devil's advocate. Now it's possible that he is clearly not understanding a couple of things because some of the changes when you burst, they're subtle. Because as for anybody who's watching this that doesn't know, when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of ammo. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And when you burst, you do reload a certain amount of health. And You do recover some boost, and there's also two other things. When you activate your burst, if you're in the middle of getting hit, you'll kick out of it when your gauge is full. So, and then on top of that, certain suits do get like little extra little fanciness. Like for example, turn X, turn A, they got the Moonlight Butterfly coming out, but it doesn't really do anything extra. So maybe that might be the case where he's thinking, oh, this isn't a big deal.
Yeah.
But this is besides the fact that you get access to a super move, which you probably didn't know about,
Mm-hmm.
and some of the suits do get bonus effects. So that's something on the subtle thing. I guess it's because he was expecting this to be anime power up time, as
Yeah.
Deadpool would say, and be something more dramatic. So he's missing the subtleties here.
Yeah, so the things you probably
This
expect from like other arena-based anime games where they have like clear visual effects and actual effects that can accompany it can actually be seen throughout the entire match or whatever. So I guess on top of the flashiness, they have a little bit more of a power boost instead. So it's not as subtle compared to this.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is something that he could have done a bit of research on afterwards. I mean, but you know what? I'll give him a pass on that too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give him a pass on that.
Yeah. Though I also feel like he should have also looked into what each of the bursts. Well, here's the thing.
I don't think that's required. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because here's the thing.
Hmm.
This is a subtlety. So I'm not gonna get on a casual's case for not noticing a subtlety. We're laughing at him because we know what the hell we're talking about. But I'm gonna assume that this guy's a casual. He's never played a versus game, so I'm gonna give him a pass on that for now.
It was good, Kari. Yeah, I guess that would be the best way of looking at it too. Okay, let's keep going. It's worth pointing out that the game features split screen co-op multiplayer, which is extremely rare nowadays. You could call your fellow Gundam fans over for a bout or two, just like the old days in the early 2000s. And here comes a rude awakening. Unfortunately, the game doesn't feel as accessible as it should be. And I kind of understand where he's coming from with that too. It doesn't really give you the elements where it holds your hand from point A to point B to kind of tell you how much progress you're making, as well as the way that the demo is laid out for everybody else. It feels like you have to explore a little bit more.
Okay, hold on. Is this in the article or is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so hang on a second. Gintoki-kun, just to answer your question, we're looking at an article that a person made, stating that he feels that Gundam Extreme versus Maxiboost on heretofore Maxi on is only for the biggest of Gundam fans. We disagree with this. So now back to you, Blue. I don't think so, because here's the thing. One, this is a network test. So this is intended for players who play this game. Now, as far as for making it welcoming to beginners, that's our job.
Right.
I think that's our job. But let's continue with this though.
Okay. Unfortunately, the game doesn't feel as accessible as it should be. Being a primarily online multiplayer brawler arena experience, you mostly fight other players. There's not much I could do on my own, especially during the limited closed network tests. I tried playing against other players and got trounced in almost every match.
Understandable.
Yeah, because experienced players can already smell blood in the water the moment you mess up on like a simple thing. And they'll just go after the weakest link.
I think LEM said it best in the chat. The sharks are in the water.
Yep. Even when discounting the lagging issues I encountered in my matches, the game is skewed towards one specific play style. Get ready.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Hold on. He is slightly right there until you realize that there are melee focused suits that can range. but he also doesn't understand the concept of present. But go on. That's another one that we can dismiss as that is a mistake of those who don't know.
Right. Gundam.
Also,
Yeah.
Kari, by the way, since you said that you never really watch Gundam, but you like these games, if there's anything you want to know about these games, please let us know, because I promise you, we're very helpful about this stuff.
Oh yeah. I will go like hours upon hours to try and help people. I've even done like beginner lobbies too for people that may have only started from GVS. So, and that's another thing that's an interesting topic that I want to talk about too. But after this article, Gundams that specialize in range attacks have a massive advantage over melee-based Gundams. The go-to tactic or meta is to simply keep your distance and shoot a never-ending barrage of projectiles.
Pause. Has this person ever played a fighting game? And if he has, did he ever fucking play Zengi? But go on. I played main Barbados during the whole test, just like Evan says.
Trust me, it gets better. Playing a melee-focused Gundam doesn't feel feasible. And I feel like the odds were against me every time with the game favoring range-focused Gundams.
I'll allow that.
Yeah.
That's valid.
I'm
going to say this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Blue, but I have to say this real quick. I do feel that this game, I've said it before, I'll say it again forever. Gundam is hard. But I do feel that because of how many people who are experiencing this game play this game, it can be very difficult for beginners to get in, because in this game, more than the only game besides Gundam where Extreme Versus, like the Versus games, where I feel that the experience gap feels either demoralizing or insurmountable, is probably games like Marvel, where you get caught in the set play, you guess wrong, and you don't get to play. You know,
it becomes a one-player game. Did the author mention if only matchmaking or only lobbies? I don't think they mentioned much of anything about the matchmaking itself.
We'll talk about that in a bit, Kari. We'll cover Gundam. We'll cover how to move and all that stuff. We'll cover that after this. Don't worry.
Yeah. Playing melee focused Gundams feel. Yeah, I read that. This is disheartening, especially since some of my favorite Gundams are melee based, like Gundam Barbatos and Barbatos Lupus Rex from Iron Blooded Orphans. And now you know the typical play style for Barbatos players, right? Or at least kind of remember from. Well, I don't know. Did you play GVS, Densuo?
Yes, I have the game. Barbatos has, if you remember, my main focus was turn X, but I also hated the fact that 200 is weak. But yeah, I feel that Barbatos he can melee, but ultimately he does have a bit of range. But since he's a melee threat, his main point is to either get hard punishes with his low ammo beam, a gun, and to look for melee opportunities. He also has a couple of special melee moves that actually give him additional movement. So he's about presence.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's easy to use, or I wouldn't recommend him. If somebody told me, hey, I want to learn how to play a melee suit, he's not the one I would recommend. I would recommend like X.
And I would also
definitely do that.
Yeah.
Definitely not. No.
And Lupus is also kind of Lupus Rex. No, it's just Lupus. No, one can split. Sorry about that. Lupus Rex wasn't in Maxiboost on. Rex is in EXVS2. So that probably was like a Freudian slipper or something. But here's the thing that...
God sure as fuck isn't easy. Okay. God is fun and very rewarding, and my boy Char has done some incredible stuff with the suit. But by all means, God Gundam is not easy. Gundam requires a lot of work. You have to understand his things, and he has a lot of power in certain places. Like if you get his invincibility frames right, he's insane. But no, God Gundam sure as fuck. I would not consider an easy range shoot to.
No,
not at all.
like I always say this for a lot of the melee suits, you have to have like a good grasp of melee fundamentals before you can even jump onto any of the more melee focused suits. Otherwise, you're just gonna get swatted out of the sky and smacked, disrespected relentlessly. Even if you're dealing with like a suit that only deals with like range options. So it takes a lot of work and a lot of familiarity with the system mechanics and certain fundamentals that should be relatively second nature. But then again, most people aren't really good with like close quarters fights, including myself. I know how to bring the attack, but I never know how to defend myself.
Fair.
So
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
yeah. So Bandai Namco needs to find a way to balance the game better, as playing online right now just leads to me getting a beatdown and getting pummeled without the slightest chance of even getting close to my opponent. And here's the funny thing. Majority of the players that you ran across were using Bale, which has a super dash that can fly through a lot of projectiles and even some gyros if activated at an early point in time. But Bale was everywhere. Everywhere.
No ribbons.
Nope. Yeah, it's all him.
This person right now, the only thing I'm thinking about right now is what Exia players say. I'll move on ahead.
I gotta find that image again. I have to find that image where it's just RX-78. I have the higher cost. What? Gundam Tachia. Go get him, champ. And I think it was just mostly centered towards GVS because the RX-78 was a 400 and XE was 300. Yeah, go ahead, post it. Yeah, Sea Shoes, if we're thinking canonically, then Sea Shoes should just automatically destroy IBO suits. Despite the nanolaminate armor, Sea Suits also have access to high power ballistics. So it's not all energy. Okay, let me complete the article. Let's see how the full version of Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme vs. Maxiboost fares when it releases for the PlayStation 4 on the 30th of July 2020. In the meantime, check out the gameplay trailer below to tide you over until then. All right. So, that is it.
All right. So I'm gonna say this. I don't bash casual. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, while I may say that I like the game, at the end of the day, I acknowledge that I'm not very good at the game. I don't think I'm good at the game person. Okay. I like to think at best that I could be competent. But, I've been prone to getting salty. I've been prone to getting frustrated. I've had a couple of spats with players in the past. It's something that I do want to talk about sooner or later. I want to make a long-winded video about it when this game drops. But I'm not going to knock him on being frustrated about losing, because then it'd be a hypocrite.
Right.
Let's be real. Losing fucking sucks. Okay? And it's even worse when you're playing this game and you're on a losing streak. You can be playing well. You can have a bad partner. No offense to other players, but you can have a game where your partner is not doing well, or your partner got mauled. You made a bad decision. You got crushed. Or you're playing in a game, in a lobby where you got two assholes who are clearly above everybody else, and they're in a team, and they're just stomping everybody. Mm-hmm. Which is why I agree now, having thought about that and having heard Sunhawk, one of the best players we've had in the game in America, state, hey, this is why you play in Shuffle Lobby. But at the same time, this is where I got to go and say, you're being a scrub now. And this is from experience. You can't blame the game here. The reason why he struggled is because, one, he's new to the game, which is not his fault. But because he did not understand the game. There's a lot of things in this game that you need to take into account. This game is hard. People don't understand this shit. This shit is fucking hard.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you know, he is blaming the game as opposed to saying, you know what, I don't understand this game. This game isn't as easy to get into as other arena games or other fighters. So he needs to take that into account. I think he's just complaining, and the fact that he's saying this is bad. What would have been a better title for this article was the following: Maxi on. Can you go back to the top, Blue?
Yeah.
Maxi on network test is only for the biggest fans of the franchise. That would have been more accurate. That would have been more accurate because that would have been saying, you know what? Right now, the people who are probably playing this the most are veterans of the franchise. If you're a new player, if you're coming in here, expect to get your ass kicked.
Mm-hmm.
That would have made more sense. Instead of him saying, "Hey, this game is only for this," no, it's fucking not. No, it's
And you also got to
absolutely not.
you also got to understand this game.
I can kill that. I can kill that just by simply saying, go to Google and fucking look up Brett's Unlimited Brett Works guide that he made for Full Boost, or was it for freaking Vanilla EX versus whatever?
I think it was Full Boost.
And you can get a primer there.
Yeah, in fact, just the other day, I was helping a viewer who was relatively new to the game by the name of Alistair. I pretty much told him a few things about what to learn, and I also gave him the exact same guide that you just mentioned too. Because at the end of the day, this game is an arcade game, so by proxy, some of these games are hard to play in nature. You only have to yeah.
Sorry. Hey, Ribbons, to answer your question, yes, the Crossbone Gundams, which is X1, X2, and Full Cloth, they do have well, no, not Full Cloth, I'll talk about him separately. But X1 and X2, they both have the ABC mantle. It does not reduce damage. What it does is it simply absorbs a certain amount of damage before breaking. They can recharge them now. And then with X2, I believe you can take it on and off. X1 Full Cloth has the Full Cloth, and it nullifies a certain amount of beam I believe both beam and physical damage. But once it breaks, he doesn't get it back.
I think it only nullifies.
It's not damage reduction. It's just straight up nullifies a certain amount of damage.
Yeah, I think it only nullifies beams.
Yeah.
So, I guess what I was saying is, arcade games tend to be pretty hard because that's what generates the most money. Those that are those are definitely dedicated to the game itself. However, would pay a whole lot more money in order to get better and see a lot more improvement. But they also look at their replays. They also look at other players. They look at resources that are available for them to learn. But I guess some casual players may not be as invested in these kind of games. So it may lead to them either being discouraged or just not really interested whatsoever to kind of commit. But those that do stick around, if given like the right amount of guidance, they can definitely have a lot of improvement in their future. Like, I'm still bad at like virtual on in all three games, but because of like Zayrock and a few other players that have been in the VO Discord that have been helping me out, it's really given me an idea of how to properly play, how to look into what I should be expecting in my play, and a whole bunch of other things that over time and with commitment, it will flourish in some degree. Get these kind of articles because they're a self-fulfilling prophecy. Tell people it's only for our core and more cat. Yeah, that's
I didn't play Next Plus. My first game into the franchise was Full Boost.
Yeah, I guess this article does more harm than good, really.
I don't think so. I think all we have to do is just anybody who's a veteran player who's played this game for a certain amount of time is going to look at this and going to say the same thing we're saying. At the worst, what we should just say is this person doesn't understand the game. that this is fault.
Mm-hmm.
That's really much it. This is a person who doesn't understand the mechanics of the game, who has an opinion. For that, all we have to do is simply tell them, no, that's not how it works. Sit down, let me show you how this game works, and let me explain it to you.
And yeah, I think you also were talking with GC Yoshi about the him having his bit of frustration with the game as well, right?
I mean, he just mentioned something. I was just basically saying stuff because I just wanted to just say stuff. I mean, he's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. He'll be fine.
Yeah,
It's just that I just wanted to. I just made a small comment about that because I felt the need to.
yeah. I guess that also works too. Some people just want to play exactly what they want to play. So all I feel
I
like it.
mean, I made a mistake. I feel personally, I made a mistake by starting playing full boost by playing Alex. But at the
Mhm.
same time, you should play something that you like. That's fine.
Yeah,
It's just that I think for the terms of learning the fundamentals of the game, playing a 1K is a bad thing.
it
Because on one
is.
side, it's okay because you are making mistakes. But at the end of the day, most of the standard compositions in this game do not use 1Ks. They're typically 2Ks, 2.5s, and then the 3K.
Hmm.
The in-game tutorials in Gundam Versus are not going to teach you anything that you need to survive the game.
No, it won't. It's bare bones, pretty much.
It's bare bones. If you want to learn the game, ask anybody who's played the game. Anybody who plays this game who actually wants the community to grow will be more than happy to teach you. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just ask away and we got you. Trust me.
Yep. I know Mahoko would be more than happy to help since he's been also pretty much getting busy with the Queens College stuff and with the Waypoint Cafe. So I'm pretty sure New York is in good hands. New Jersey, I mean that I'm pretty much the only person. Well, I can't say that. There's other people in New Jersey that played this game. There's me, Wake Up, Peanut Fever, as far as I know. And that's pretty much it. I was gonna say Darkson, but I don't think he plays this game at all.
Darkson disappeared.
Yeah, he
Dipped.
disappeared. Would I look in Next Plus? Maybe for like fooling around, but actually playing it, I I don't know.
Probably not personally.
Yeah, yeah, probably just for the fun of it, but not really against like other players. Just see what kind of in-game content it has. I think the previous games had a lot of content to work with too.
But
Yes.
yeah, Kari, if anything, follow Blue here because every once in a while if he runs like frequently. He runs like full boost lobbies. So we'll be able to teach you stuff if you want.
Yeah, either full boost or GVS.
If I
Though,
had Gundam Versus installed on my PS4 right now, I'd hop on just so that me and freaking Blue can like jump on like a practice room or something, and we can just show you a couple of things so we can explain a couple of things. That will
mhm.
make more sense, but it'll take me forever to download the fucking game. So, but
Okay,
we can still give you a rundown of the favor. Oh, okay, never mind. Good, you're good, you're good. But if anything, yeah, anybody who wants you to learn, we'll give you a rundown about stuff, dude.
yeah,
One of the most, trust me, it's not that hard to learn and get into. It's just that you'll probably need a little bit of guidance just to understand how certain things work, and then you can put it all together easily. Like I remember when I went to when we were doing a viewpoint cafe, there was a person who's playing, and I taught him how to do a simple thing, and he was able to apply it to me. So it's
hmm
really not that hard to learn.
yeah. It's all about the explanation and kind of holding their hand a little bit, and then once you kind of give them some examples of how to use it, then it becomes easier to put into practice. Okay, let's see.
I mean, I only have to post one picture. Wait, this person's in the Discord. Is Greenboard in the Discord? Yeah,
Yeah,
Greenboard's in the
yeah,
Discord.
he's in.
So he probably. Oh, hold on. See, now I gotta post mine then. Look, I'm gonna post a picture that you're gonna need to learn to accept when it comes to Gundam Versus. All right.
Hmm. Okay, let me.
I'm pretty sure Blue knows which picture I'm about to post. Accept it. This is literally Gundam versus.
Yep, that's exactly.
Gundam versus. I don't care what anybody says. This is Gundam versus.
This is at its core exactly what it is. You feel smart only up until you face off against a much stronger player, and then they put you in your place, and they start realizing, oh man, that's something I might have to learn sooner or later. Then I'll become a genius again.
I also have to mention this one thing too. The guy mentioned how bursting doesn't feel powerful.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many players, like we even talked about this recently too, where you're in the middle of a battle, one person activates their burst. There are going to be countless matches that you play when the match is on the line, and you're going to see one player burst, and you're going to see somebody else burst, and someone else is going to burst, and someone else is going to fucking burst too. There's going to be a lot of times when you're going to see back to back to back to back bursts because everybody knows that this is that clutch moment.
Yep.
Like, people don't understand bursting is really, really strong in this game.
Yeah, I do have a camera, Joe.
He didn't have a camera.
I am the ultimate E-boy in training. The ladies can pay me however they want. It's 1080p too.
It's okay, right? It's okay, Ragnar. But I mean, basically, like, bursting is really powerful. Like, one thing that I would say when it comes to burst, for anybody who's curious, who's like new to the game and doesn't understand, when you start playing the game, I think it's okay to use full burst because you can use it to get out of bad situations.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you can use what's the green burst cost
Extend.
in Maxion?
Yeah, extend burst.
So you can just use extend burst to start. But the thing is, once you get the hang of the game, you're probably going to be playing for half burst. You're going to want half burst.
Yeah, especially if you're playing at higher costs.
Mm-hmm. Because the thing is, you're going to want to get those bursts. You can get, 2 to 3 bursts at a high cost suit for the most part,
Yep.
depending on how the match goes. So it's important. But really, the thing is, this also goes back to that guy's article. Burst is... How can I explain? Let me give you an example, right? Let me give you an example. So let's say me and Blue are going at it, right?
Right.
So Blue is beating the shit out of me, right? It's a 2-on-2, whatever. But in this situation, let's just say Blue is kicking the crap out of me. Now I'm about to die, and if he kills me, he's gonna overcost my team, and then Evan is gonna hate me because I'm overcosting him. So to protect myself, when I'm getting pressured by Blue, I would end up bursting. So I can use that burst on. Let's assume 2 things. One, I used it properly. I went ahead, I bursted, and I was able to protect myself and get away from Blue to give Evan the chance to save my ass and kick his ass and kick Blue's ass. So that's an example of using burst properly to save myself, right? Now, even though I used it properly to save myself, it's still the fact that Blue forced me to waste my burst, right? If Blue forced me to pop my burst to save myself, that's still an advantage for his team when you really think about it. Now, let's talk about... Oh, no, if I raw super, then I'm probably using Alex, and then when Blue came in thinking he has the advantage, then Alex straps on Chogham armor and freaking Shinshoryukens his ass into next week. But let's assume here's the thing, though. I'm just assuming I have burst. Same situation. Blue's kicking my ass. Blue has me on the ropes. So I burst defensively to protect myself. This is going to be activating at a point where I probably have low boost. So I'm using my burst. I can get some boost back so I can get the hell away from him. But what's stopping Blue from bursting immediately after I do to recover boost and can chase after my ass? Now he kicked my ass. I'm dead. My burst went to complete waste. And since he still has his burst going and I'm dead, now we have a 2-on-1 against Evan and he's panicking.
Yep.
So that's an example of how burst can be significant.
It's pretty much cost benefit analysis to some degree.
I mean, when you think about it, ultimately, when you're looking at high level play for Gundam Versus, a lot of it really is a bit of a damage way.
Yeah,
it's a damage rate. Excuse me. Xenoverse. And Lem, that's kind of a point. That's a good way of saying it. That's a simpler way of looking at it because Flash is not as powerful as well. Flash is immediately more powerful than a burst, but when you really consider just how much burst gives you in terms of what it provides, it's a lot more powerful than Flash. It's just that Flash being that instant save, that instant delete a mistake button in most situations. I can understand where you're coming from. So sort of, kind of, yes and no.
Okay.
How good is the Unicorn in Versus and Maxiboost?
Uh,
Unicorn Gundam is okay. Full Armor Unicorn was fucking broken and well, not okay. Okay, that's Assault talking. But Full Armor Unicorn was pretty stupid in Full Boost. It did not belong in the game
mhm.
personally. But in Maxi On, I'm not sure where it is in the tier list.
uh,
Normal Unicorn is okay. Normal Unicorn, I believe, is okay in the tiers.
yeah, normal unicorn in GVS it was pretty solid, even with the omission of the NTD hack, which stunned in
What
full
about
boost.
what about in Maxi Boost? I'm not sure where it is in Maxi Boost.
Max boost I
Oh, it's at
haven't.
the bottom of the tier list. Okay, never
Ooh.
mind then. Rip.
Okay, and what about FAUC? Where is it in that one? Or actually, let's pull up
Yeah,
the
put it on the tier list.
yeah.
By the way, from what I've been told from a friend who is experienced, as far as tiers are concerned, as long as the suit is not in C tier in Maxi On, you can use it.
Hmm.
Yeah, from what I've been told, everything that's C tier and Maxi On is not worth using.
Okay, so let me pull it up here. So this is what we're looking at for 3K. Let me full screen this.
Why is it stupid? Okay, so here's the thing, Ragnar. The thing about Full Armor Unicorn is the following. So he has three forms. He has three phases. In first phase, he has a missile volley that's annoying. Once you get the hang of it, you can deal with it. Now, phase two has a rocket attack that makes him sidestep a long distance. So it kind of makes him a little annoying to hit, and it makes him good at counter poking.
Wait,
Now, the
he's
reason
mostly
why
talking about
I
Next
think he's
Plus.
annoying, especially in full boost, is because the game wasn't designed for what he can do. But not only that, when you transition from second phase to third phase, he does a new type pressure attack. Now, the reason why it's bullshit is because one, it has no startup. Which to comparison, I believe the other new type pressure attacks in that game are Hamon's Quebly, and I think and one other suit. I forgot which other one has a new type pressure. But when
The O,
Quebly does it, she had
the O, and also
okay, the O.
Masala.
But they have startups on them. They have
Yeah.
startups. Now here's the thing. They have startups, they have a bit of armor, but the thing about new type pressure is it's unblockable. So you have a 3K suit that has an unblockable near instant attack that has all range. So it's completely around you. It can hit you at any angle. So basically, he can step in, do his new type pressure, and when he transforms into third phase, he is a melee god. He has a lot of strong, hard hitting melee combos. So he basically has a get in for free card. So he can use this to either A, force you to burst. And here's the thing again, Maxi On has extend burst. So he can force you to burn your extend burst. In full boost, you didn't have extend burst. And the only way you can kick out of a combo is if you have full boost. You have full. I'm sorry, full
Full
burst
burst.
gauge. So he's able to force you into a situation and force a kill, and you can't do shit about it because you cannot block new type pressure. The only way you can get through new type pressure is by either using a full burst, being Alex with Chopam armor, or timing it with very strict timing, armoring through it with something like God Gundam's Godfinger. So it was literally just an easy mode get in for free card, and he can full punish you. And I believe Quanti can also get out of it. I think, but it was just stupid. That's part of what made the suit stupid. It had basically each of its forms was very strong at something, and then having that get inside for free move is just stupid. It's just really really dumb.
Yep. Legal is A tier. And a free custom, that's a suit that has over time gotten stronger, especially in EXVS2 since it's got a lot of stuff to really push the pressure. But Regi Z,
Rega Z was really dumb in full boost.
yeah, and it's even there's this. Why are there two act guys? There's one piloted by Haman and one piloted by that one guy from 0079.
Yeah, red nose.
Yeah. And you would much rather be using the Haman act guy anyway. Am I getting the global version or JP version? In all honesty, I might double dip. Mostly because of the collector's edition and just because I want to support the North American version as well. Oh, right next to the free custom is the Goof custom.
Hey, don't forget, Blue. You can zoom in on that with your. If you hold Control and then roll your mouse wheel up, you'll zoom in on it.
Thank you.
You should be able to, yeah.
Yeah, I guess because the way the sheen looks, it makes it look a little funky. But yeah, Goof custom.
Okay, so it looks like, hold on a second. Top tier is Rega Z. What else is new? Camphor. Quebly Mark II, really?
Yeah.
Wow. And for B tier, we have Alex. What's the C tier suits?
C tier is Jinx 3, Ground Gundam, Doan Zaku, Lacus Infinite Justice, Ellie's Mark II, Camille's Mark II, and the Zeta Zaku.
Wow. So those DLC suits are confirmed still garbage.
Yep.
That's terrible.
And the Jinx 3 was really good in full boost, to be quite honest.
Really?
It was.
They
All right.
replayed like that. Oh, damn. Alex is bottom of B tier?
Let me see. Let me pull up 1K. Oh,
yeah, Zaku Zeta is definitely a meme. Well, no, see, the thing is, Lacus Infinite Justice was garbage because it's literally Infinite Justice without, like, it's basically Infinite Justice but weaker.
Yeah, it's just a stripped down Infinite Justice.
It is basura.
Yep, absolute trash. I honestly do not know how Dark Geo can actually play that suit. But, hey, some people can just make the dream work with even the worst kinds of suits. Even some of the JP players can make, like, there's that one Doan Zaku player, Karasuma, I think his name was. I know some of you might know his name. Yeah, he's the Doan Zaku.
Throw rocks for children.
Yep. He's a dirt farmer. Also, I forgot to acknowledge. Thank you for the follow. I'm smoking crack.
And banned.
Hey, that's his name. It could be Tyrone Biggins behind it. Because he likes smoking crack rocks. Raphael's looking pretty good too.
What cost is this?
2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
Where is what's it called? Where's Versargo?
Visago is. Let me.
Okay, there he is, mid B.
Yeah. Strike Noir is still rocking the top tiers. Darkhound is GPO 3. That's one suit I haven't really tried.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best backs. Even in GVS, he was.
They made. That's X1. Never mind. I thought it was X2. Is X2 still a 2K?
Yes, he's still a 2K.
That is hilarious. That suit has no business being a 2K. Oh, Avalanche X is an A tier, really?
Yeah. I guess they fix his boost efficiency so he can be a little bit more aggressive, but he's still
What's
kind of hard to play.
Top of B tier is what? Goddard,
Gardelatan. There's
what's
also
after that?
Impulse, Haikashiki, Eclipse Face, Zadra, the O, Brave Commander type. We're gonna see a lot of that. Psychozaku, Lupus, Excelia, Talgis 2, Zeta, Gundam X.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, wait.
Yeah, 2.5.
They made Zeta a 3K in EX versus 2, right?
Yes. He just has more of his GVS moveset. Why does X2 have
Blue Frame? No, where's Blue Frame? Blue Frame's a 2K, right?
Blue Frame's a 2K. I think his D frame is in EXVS2, which is 2.5. Oh, I forgot they bumped up the cost of Xeon. Now it's 2.5.
The reason being is because I feel that for what it does, and while also having the cape, it's really strong as a 2K.
Yeah, it can play the neutral game pretty well, especially since it could also cancel its CSA to something that puts you in a flip state.
It has a Garobi, it has a stun, it has the ABC mantle, it has a respectable BR. I don't know. I just feel that for what it can do, I think it's a lot better than the typical 2K. But in my opinion, that's just my opinion. I just think he's a lot better and should probably be a 2.5K.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, it would still need to be adjusted to be a 2.5K. I'm not saying, oh, just put it in as a 2.5, what it is right now. No.
Yeah. All right, the top of 2K has Exia, Lupus, Blue Destiny Unit 2. Blue Destiny Unit 2, which is
of course Unga Bunga is freaking top tier. That's hilarious.
Yeah, you're gonna get the Monster Smash and then some. Did I say Lupus? Just Barbatos, I mean. Dynamis is also pretty good.
Unga Bunga.
Masala, Haman's Akai, Forbidden is still reigning supreme. And the Gabthly and Marasai. Huh.
Yeah, Forbidden Gundam's really solid. I remember Brett uses that tool a lot.
I use quite a bit of Gabthly and Marasai too. The fact that you could actually switch between after a death is very strong. Initially, I think in vanilla Maxiboost, it was a 1.5, but you could switch between the two of them. Now they bumped up the cost, so you're pretty much individual suits, but also have the ability to kind of switch between which suit you want to spawn as next. But I think both Marasai and Gabthly have really good elements to defend themselves as well as lay on an attack. Reborns is God.
Yeah, Reborns is amazing.
Yeah.
And I believe they buffed it, which is even more hilarious.
Yeah, it's actually giving Sagat a gun. Street Fighter 4 Sagat with a gun.
What suit is that in S tier?
Wait, what? In which cost?
3,000. Yeah, 3,000.
Oh, 3,000? Yeah, that's Reborns.
Reborns Zoo.
Reborns a Gundam. Reborns a Cannon. Yeah. I think I mentioned before that because he can change with a lot more efficiency, he is going to be dancing in the air for a long period of time. Dancing between cannon form and Gundam form.
Is that Hot Scramble?
Yep, that's Hot Cancer.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Double top tier, not surprised.
Age effects. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Amuro just DNA of Amuro Ray gets cloned.
Of course, Wing Zero's in top tier. Strong, it's still strong. Not surprising.
Yeah, it's a well-rounded suit.
Norn. What's in B tier?
B tier is Full Cloth, Destiny, Seven Sword, Sazabi, V2, Wing Zero, EW. Oh, shit. My bad.
Womp womp.
No, I am actually smoking crack. It's affecting my brain. Okay, B tier is Master, Quanta, Turn A, Xi, High New, EXS, Sinanju, God, Legolas, Nightingale, Unicorn, and then the bronze tier we have Turn X, Double O Riser, and former Double Zeta.
Turn X is bottom.
Yep.
Damn. Oh my wait. Damn. My freaking 3Ks are B tier. That's no good.
Yeah, I'm in that same club too. I'm I'm EXS.
Where's Endless Waltz Wing Zero?
Mid A.
Oh, okay, it's right next to.
Right next to Wing Zero. Wing Zero TV.
I was kind of interested in Endless Waltz Wing Zero, but we'll see.
Yeah, its muzzle correction is much better, and its tracking is pretty good too. I think I was facing off against Floatwater in the final matches of
I mean,
the
Evan,
network test.
Just to be sure, but just to be clear, like I was told, every suit that's B tier is usable. It's not. So as long as the suit is not C tier, the suit is usable in Maxi.
Okay, Penelope and Xi. Penelope. Well, where's Penelope? That
Penelope's in bronze A.
Bronze A. There we go. Yeah. So Penelope still has the upper hand. And Xi is right in top B.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, I mean, the reason why Turn X isn't good is it's not that Turn X is bad. It's just that, in my opinion, Turn X doesn't offer enough, because Turn X is a strong fundamental suit. It's just that when all it has is you need to be good at fundamentals, then you kind of look at other suits and say, then why not just use another suit that not only rewards you for proper fundamentals, but also really has a lot of power and presence. I feel like Turn X, a lot of times when I play it, maybe it's because I'm trash, but I feel like if I don't have my partner using a strong back suit, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, it feels like you're limited, and plus, the most of his BC stuff doesn't have a whole lot of momentum carried afterwards. So he's a bit of a sitting duck unless if he has to burn enough boost in order to keep himself safe. And even then, you're kind of playing at a certain distance and a certain form of aggression to warrant people making mistakes.
Well, I mean, he still has a couple of decent tools. It's just that, especially when his bazooka is pretty much another freaking BR when you really think about it. But no, I do. It's unfortunate, but I'm still gonna play it because I do enjoy the suit, and it does have, I feel, one of the fuck your melee moves in the game. With its Bloody Siege, is really, really good at stuffing melees, dude.
You mean it's a 2B?
No, when you do its when you throw its limbs through the funnels, when you initially throw those limbs out, they count as a melee.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really stupid, dude. Yeah, it's really, really stupid, dude. And not only that, but those funnels, if the enemy lets you get away with it, like, you can really be a pain in the ass, because those funnels are not only decently accurate, but they reload stupid fast, dude. It's just that you have to be very smart about when to use it. But if you can get off on them with them, and you have a strong bully back suit, you're annoying with them. You're annoying. Like, I don't know if I ever played against you often in Gundam Versus, but if I have a map where I can hide, the funnels are obnoxious.
Yeah, they are. I've actually, I think it was in that Wing Colony map. There's like enough buildings in order for you to hide behind. Like, usually whenever I'm in tunnel vision, I get hit by that a lot. Even with the beam projectiles, that still hits me, because I usually expect something to come after me. Say, if I'm right across the map, then I typically don't expect the personal red lock range of the
Lem,
funnel
hold on.
hit it.
Lem, we need to explain. We need to explain that. We need to explain that. Hold on. There's a reason why we play on side 7. As much as I don't like side 7 for turn X, and I do feel that the map hurts him a little bit, is The reason why we like Side 7 is because out of all the maps in the game, for the most part, it is the most balanced map. It's not too huge. It has enough things to change altitude. It's just a balanced map. A lot of them other maps in the game, they're just there for show. Like Side 6 is horrible, for example. There's a couple of maps that are just stupid. So
Colony
it is what it
Laser.
is. You know?
Colony Laser.
I do wish we had another map that we can really use because I feel that it would help certain suits, but it'd be helped.
Yeah, something that's either kind of equidistant, something that has a lot more uniformity, but I guess the best ones that do fit the bill can be Minsuri will be one of them, since it's a bit on the flat side, but there's still a bit of elevation you can work with. That's the age map. And Heliopolis. That's another one. But I'm pretty sure the tournament standard is always going to be Side 7 no matter what. Which is one thing I wish that was also in Maxiboost on for this situation is the map selection. So you could kind of choose the maps that you want to pick out if you're the host of the lobby, and then it's just a rotation of those particular maps. But I guess that's not going to happen anytime soon.
Yeah.
It'll be a nice quality of life thing, to be very honest. But what can you do?
Don't worry. Even though I say that, it's not gonna be Lem. Even though I'm saying that, it's not gonna be like Smash Bros, where certain maps seem to offer certain players advantages. It's not really like that.
Final Destination.
Well, it's not that. It's just that, for example, Side 6, I believe, has like two things that are split on the side, and there's like this huge bridge that blocks it, and it just looks stupid. It just doesn't make the map. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there's a lot of
stuck on walls, like Evan says. Yeah.
Yep. But I think we hashed out this article pretty well. Yeah, I'm actually glad that we actually talked about this.
Mm-hmm. I think I needed to happen.
It had to. Because...
Oh, Hong Kong, but with a C, huh? That's probably what is going to be the name once China takes over it.
Let's see.
He probably thinks this game is viable as a one-on-one game. Yo, see me inside 7, bitch.
Oh man, I'm so glad that this game doesn't have 1v1. I'm so glad. Oh boy.
I'll mix your shit up, bitch.
It's like 1v1 in Modern Warfare 2. Just play it on Rust.
No. That's like a scrub in League of Legends telling you, yo, 1v1 me a dragon, bro.
What's wrong with 1v1? In GVS, it teaches you the worst possible ways of learning the game. If you're just playing that in particular, and I'm pretty sure Mohoko and Jax Guy would blame me for unleashing hell again. Yeah.
Everything is your fault anyway. Fuck off.
Yeah, everything's my fault. I'm the one that caused complete global saturation to occur. 1v1 Silver.
Dude.
What?
Yo, hold on.
What?
Hang on a second. You need to see this.
Okay. And is it safe to show on the stream?
Yes, this is safe for work.
Okay.
I don't post. I don't. I'm not gonna do you dirty like that. Come on, bro. Come on.
I got you. Silver Sumo.
What the hell? Who did this?
Oh my god. No. Okay, this may be unsafe for mortal. This might be unsafe. To those who actually love arcade cabinets. Hold up. Let me. No, not Revelations. No. There we go.
I don't know how that happened, but somebody must have raged.
Pretty hard. It still looked like it was in perfect condition. It looked like it was in decent condition too. Yeah, this is cursed. Hold up. I'll be right back.
Somebody mad as Angie.
But jeez, goodness. I guess this was probably one of those arcade cabinets slated to be recycled or something. Because these cabs look beautiful. Alrighty. Okay, I guess I could probably get back to PSO2 from there on. Alright, let's close this. Alright, there we go. Oh, just in time for an emergency quest too. Now I just gotta hope that music doesn't blow out everybody's ears. So just let me know if the music's too loud, alright?
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and hop off, bro.
Alright. Thanks for hopping on though.
Oh no, of course. I'm gonna probably do my Gundam battle operation dailies right now too.
Okay.
Then I'll probably hop back on your stream. Good talking to y'all, fellas. Y'all have a good one. And Kari, like I said, stick around, bro. If you ever have any questions, we'll do everything we can to make sure you understand, and then hopefully also end up enjoying the game. Y'all have a good one, fellas.
Alright. And if you do want to hop in on the Discord, you can just type in exclamation Discord and you can go from